All right, guys, it's not too often that we run across an insane deal on large toolkits. In fact, something like this is not coming around in many years. This is the CRAFTSMAN 8-piece toolkit. Comes with two 2-amp-hour batteries, which if there is a downside to any kit that's out there on the market, it's going to be the smaller compact batteries. So here you're going to save enough money to maybe pick up that 6-amp-hour battery or anything else that's going to help some of these tools work. There is a lot of good tools in this kit, and I think that's what makes it worth the $279 that they're asking. I'm just going to pull these out, quickly go through them so you can see what's in the kit and not have to take up a lot of your time. Stay tuned. Quickly, before we come in and dive into everything, these tools are all available at Lowe's. This is the Stanley Black & Decker Lowe's. Do not buy them from Sears. This is the V20 series. You can get different ones at Sears if you have a Sears available. These come with a 3-year warranty. It comes with 2 bags in the kit, 1 large bag and 1 smaller bag. That's because there's a ton of tools. So if you're going to move these tools around, you have the option as to what bag you're going to use. You only get 1 charger with this, which is not a big deal. Most of the time you're going to be using a battery and charging one and flip-flopping back and forth. Either way, this charger will work on any of the CRAFTSMAN V20 batteries. No issue. Let's come in, start looking at these tools. When you're looking at these tools, take a look at the grip. This grip is specifically CRAFTSMAN to me, and it's similar to how DeWalt does their tools. All the tools have the same grip. Again, DeWalt is owned by Stanley Black & Decker. The Lowe's CRAFTSMAN is owned by Stanley Black & Decker. And this gamut of tools is really great for the new tool owner or a DIY guy. This drill is a 1/2-inch drill. It is not a hammer drill. It is 2 speeds. Sounds slower because level 1 is 0 to 400 RPMs and level 2 is 0 to 1500 RPMs. You do have a plastic chuck up front and 24 different clutch settings, with the 24th being a drill, so it's really no clutch. So you can use this to drive screws, you can use it to drill. It's going to be a great drill for someone starting out. Now the batteries pull off easy, similar slide style batteries as many other DeWalt tools. This is a 6.5-inch saw. This circular saw is basically the same as what you'll find in many higher end tools, but it's just a brushed motor and you have a different shoe that is not, lightweight. This is not a heavy saw, but with that said, it's a 4200 RPM saw. Not bad. It sounds good. You do have a safety in the back, arbor lock to pull the battery out. You have your bevel adjustment here just like you would any other saw, and also a depth adjustment. Great saw for someone to learn on because it's not super powerful. You can still get in trouble with it. You have to be very careful, as in with any other saw, but it's very comfortable to use, has all the places to put your hands, and it's not overly heavy and not intimidating. We have a multi-tool that comes with this. I think this is a very cool multi-tool. Of course, this pulls a little bit, in my opinion, from some of the DeWalt. It's a multi-speed. But the connection in front is nicer than what you'll find in most other tools that have a kit. Now, you are limited because you can see there's an opening in the back. So if you're buying this as a gift or for someone else and you're going to buy more of these, make sure you buy the ones with the opening in the back, because you push that lever down and then slide these in and then let the lever go. They can go in any position in here, but they have to slide in this way to lock in place. Some of them are closed. Those closed ones won't work on these. There's getting to be a lot of different types out there, so they're easy to find. It does come with a sanding pad and some Velcro sanding applications, so you can put it on the bottom and rock and roll. Not a bad tool for someone who's going to use this once in a great while. It's one of those tools that's great to have, but you don't pull it out every single day. One of the things that really surprised me with this was that you got a oscillating sander. This was cool to me because not only is it just something that most people want, but you have some decent dust collection on here. You can also hook a vacuum up to it. But for anyone who's doing household tasks, woodworking, or just getting into it, this tool can actually be fairly expensive to find, and this one was included. So inside, there's a little bit of a fan or suction that's cooling the motor and also pushing some of the air and sawdust out the back. It's really a nice little sander for coming in an 8-piece kit. I really thought this topped it off. And the second thing that really took me over the edge on this kit, and this is not a big deal, this is a 140 lumen LED light. So it's not crazy bright. It's more of a spotlight per se than it is a floodlight, but it's LED, so it's going to last longer. A lot of these little kits these days come with an old halogen style or bulb, and why? LEDs are kind of the norm. So it was nice to see an LED in here along with a jigsaw. This jigsaw is 2 speeds. You do have a lockout button there, but it's a little bit louder, yes, but at the same point, there's an oscillation mode here with variable speed trigger. You can do different amounts of things with it. If you want to adjust the bevel here, there's a screw on the bottom. You can easily do that. It's a nice thing to have as far as when you're working at home. You never know when you need to make a cut that might be a little off kilter, if you need to make a circular cut, or if you're cutting fiberglass, putting speakers in boats, all kinds of things. Jigsaws are great for it. This is a little bit larger tool, but at the same point, it's a nice tool to start out with. You also have an impact driver. So this is going to be great for putting in screws. It's not going to be something that you're going to take lug nuts off of a car. It just simply isn't that powerful at this point in time. It's going to take 1/4 inch hex up front. It's 0 to 2800 RPM, 0 to 3100 IPM. So it's a decent tool. It's just going to be a little bit larger. And if we wanted to compare this to many of the high-powered impact drivers that are out there today, they will cost half of this whole kit just to get the impact driver without a battery. They might be a lot smaller, they might be a lot more powerful, but again, cost-wise, this is nice. You have an LED light that's up front, and it seems to work well, and that to me is important. Lastly, you have a little bit smaller reciprocating saw. I like the size of this. This is not something that you're gonna go out and just hog away at large lumber, but for someone starting out, it is not intimidating, not heavy. It gives you a great place to hang on to. There's going to be some vibration here. The shoe in front is not adjustable, although it does move, and you do have a lockout on the back if you have it in the bag, but it's just a basic variable speed recip saw. The size of it is perfect for this group. And I think that, to me, is something that's important for someone who's starting out. It's not too big, it's not overly powerful. Get used to using tools, get used to the safety of them, and everything's good. There's a ton of value inside this kit, and I think that is really great, because if someone is new getting into tools, gets a new house or whatever it is, and they need stuff to take care of anything that's around there, this will do 99% of everything that they're going to come across, and include finishing, sanding before you're going to paint, sanding before you're going to varnish. There's so many things here, including this multi-tool that is actually a nice multi-tool that will allow them to do almost anything they need. I think that's awesome because a lot of the toolkits out there are going to throw in a lot of low-end parts and low-end pieces to get that value or to get the cost down, but to make you feel like you're getting a lot of things. Here, you're getting a lot of great tools that people are going to need, not just something one-off thrown in because it's, hey, here's the extra tool. All these 8 tools are perfect for what someone's going to need for a great do-it-yourself situation to maintain their home, to maintain an apartment, to maintain anything that is needed. It's here. And $279 is a perfect price for this, in my opinion. It leaves you room to buy additional attachments for any of the tools. You might need some drills. It does come with some little Phillips heads for this impact driver, but you might want to pick up some extra stuff with it, and it's not going to break the bank. That to me is very important. So I'll leave more information and more specs on all these tools in the description. Check it out down there. Remember, this is a Lowe's purchase, so click on that link that I'll put in there. It'll take you to it. You can see how many are around. It's been fairly low stock for this, so check out how many are around. You might have to have it shipped to you or see if you can find it in the store. Either way, as always, we appreciate your time. Please give us a like in this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks for your time. Have a great day.